Today we're going to talk about the only 5 business models of doing business online and how you can build your own business based on them. They all come from the dawn of the internet. Nowadays there are tons and tons of new ways of doing business compared to the early 2000s. Nevertheless, all of these new methods fit into one of those 5 business models I'm gonna tell you in a while. Within those models, we're gonna discuss some of the best ways of doing business today, which you can use as a starting point for building your own online business. Before we continue, I'd like to make a couple of clarifications. The first one is about why I'm talking now about business models and not directly about ways of doing business. After all, it would be easier to just give you some ready-to-use ways of doing business which you can apply later directly. Well, it could be easier, but in most cases it would never work. Why? Well, because in order for something to work for you, you need to understand how it works and to choose the exact one which suits you best. Understanding the business models allows you to get a deep look into the core of any business. Understanding the basics of any business also allows you to combine different business models and eventually to create a unique business based upon your own personality. And this is the Bloshen approach to business. The second clarification is about the difference between having a job and doing a business. Out there are plenty of people that don't understand that difference, and there is a huge one. The standard definition about the job is that you put labor and you get a wage, whereas about the business is that you put risk and capital and you get a profit. Well, you can't expect to put labor and get a profit because these are different things. Of course, there is nothing wrong of just getting an online job. In fact, my next video is going to be about that. However, it is good to know the difference just to get the right expectations. In this video, we're gonna talk about business. Well, the internet and the digitalization have changed these definitions quite a lot. Nowadays, automation allows us to easily build systems that could bring about profits at very low investments and risks. On the other hand, the internet has totally obliterated one of the Porter's 4 P's from the classical marketing mix, the positioning. The internet today literally gives us access to any customer in the world. Practically, that means that we have access to a huge number of customers, and whether we're gonna reach them or not depends entirely on ourselves. With that said, we can move on. Stay with me, it's gonna be fun. The 5 business models we're gonna discuss today are generating leads, product sales, advertising, subscriptions and fees, and matchmaking. Of course, all of these are very interesting as business models. However, the most interesting one of them is matchmaking. Why? Because some of the best businesses today are based upon it. If you stay till the end, you'll learn about some of the easiest, riskless, less capital intensive, and most profitable businesses of the day. Let's go. The first business model is making money by generating leads. This is pretty straightforward. You can use your site, blog, social media profile or video channel to redirect potential new customers to some point where you can capitalize on the creation of those leads. This concept is very popular today when it comes to social media marketing, search engine optimization, or search engine marketing. Some specific examples here could be any social media from business perspective, that is, any business social media profiles. Practically, generating leads is used in all kinds of online businesses in combination with any of the other business models. The second one is making money by selling things. Again, This is pretty much self-explanatory. This is perhaps the oldest method of making money online. It simply means you link your brick-and-mortar store to your online store and push up sales. As we already discussed, the internet gives you the opportunity to an infinite reach. Some specific examples here are dropshipping, affiliate marketing, in a way, e-stores, any types of websites with brick-and-mortar stores, different sites selling digital products or services. The third one is advertising. Advertising is one of the best methods of making money. Unfortunately, it is very capital intensive, and in addition to that, that field is extremely congested. The principle is quite simple. You show ads and you get paid for that. In fact, the business models of the first three most popular sites in the world today are based on advertising. These are Google, YouTube, this is Google again, and Facebook. And while it's almost impossible to compete these companies directly, you can use them to work in partnership. Google, for instance, offers a partnership program for display ads in which you can participate. If you have enough customers on your site, you can make a good amount of money just from displaying Google ads on your site. Of course, there are other display ads networks that you can join. The fourth business model is making money by subscriptions and fees. Subscriptions are again just that. It is when you are offering some kind of a service and you ask a fee for that. All kinds of closed online clubs and communities could be put in this category. One perfect example is the OnlyFans platforms, known well by many of the younger generation. Different types of fees are now used by many of the platforms like YouTube. There are special buttons created that, when pushed, directly charge your account in favor of the person you have chosen. Here could be added any type of online courses, platform offering courses like Coursera, any type of coaching, different software as a service services, antivirus programs, and many others. And now we have reached the last business method of making money online. It comes to matchmaking. Matchmaking simply means making money by introducing people and organizations to each other. This is one of the best ways of doing business online. Why? Because all of your responsibilities end up with the act of matchmaking. Once the client ends up the deal with the provider, it's over. You take your percentage for assisting them closing the deal, and you have no more obligations to either party. All further relationships are only between the two parties you just helped meet each other. Perhaps the best example of this model is the affiliate marketing. Here you can provide your customers with a link of someone else's site and get paid for that. Of course, there is a risk of damaging your good name by providing links of bad suppliers, but here you have the power to choose the businesses you work with. Another example of matchmaking are of course the traditional matchmaking sites, starting with dating but also any other business where you bring together people or organizations. E-commerce platforms like Amazon and eBay, labor platforms like Upwork, content writing platforms, personal assistant platforms, and so on and so on. To wrap up, there are tons of ways of doing business online today. Computer automation and the internet give us a way to reach a huge number of potential new customers and to automate the process of making money to the level we can scale up our revenues to the unimaginable levels, something we could never do by just selling our labor. Join me in the next video where I'm gonna tell you some ways of making money, not like a business, but rather like a job or a part-time job for those who want to do that. If you enjoyed that video, please like and subscribe. If you have friends that you think could be interested in that topic, please share with them. Thank you so much for watching me. See you in the next one.